All right, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this week's episode of Terrance and Mike, the Sleeping Giants podcast, presented to you by Double E TV. Mike, what's up, man?
Not much, man. What's good?
Not much, man. We got a good week going on, and I know you're excited about the game last night, and so yeah, man. I mean, between sports and music and films and shows, and just it's a lot going on, man. But it's good to be alive, and it's good to watch everything unravel the way it is, man.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot going on lately. Like you said, TV shows. Obviously, 50's got the new season of Ghost out right now.
Yeah.
Movies, a couple Marvel movies, that Spider-Man movie's coming up in a couple weeks. So yeah, just a lot of stuff going on, even in the sports world as well. So yeah.
Mike, what's funny, man? Like, I've been so busy, like in the last year and some change, man. I really haven't got a chance to like kind of binge watch TV shows like I normally do. I finally sat down like 2 nights ago and finished Power. Like, I didn't see like the last 2 episodes. I finally see who killed Ghost, and so now I can go and start watching Power Book 2. But I've been that far behind, man. I didn't even finish the last 2 episodes. So
yeah, I was late on Power as well. I didn't get started on it when everybody else did. Really around the pandemic was when I really first even started on Power, and then since then I've watched that and Raising Kanan, the Book of Ghosts, and even BMF. So yeah, I'm officially a fan. So
yeah, facts, man. And we'll start it off, man, with verzuz. So me and you had our opinions about it. I thought it could go either way, between Bone and 3-6. I thought musically and sonically, with the way music is these days, I thought I'm sorry, I thought 3-6 music would kind of translate a little better. But I thought from a performance standpoint, because we saw that with Stephanie Mills and Shaka, we saw that with Jadakiss, the Locks versus Dipset, and we saw that with Big Daddy Kane against KRS-One. That performance plays a big part of it, not just like the catalog part. Kind of looking at it, I don't know who I'd say had the better performance, but I do know from the 3-6 side, oh my goodness, man. I just thought energy wise, they had like some good energy, and their set was like really good. I thought they did a good job with song placement, picking the songs. And so Bone, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know Fat Joe was interviewing, I think it was Busy, and asking them why didn't they play First of the Month. There's a lot of songs I felt like Bone left on the table and didn't play. And then obviously the fight broke out, and so I don't know. I mean, it was I don't know, it wasn't my favorite verses, but it was okay though.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on a lot of the things that I was thinking about in reference to the verses. I think overall, I was kind of disappointed, like you said, that Bone didn't play certain songs. I thought there was at least a good 3 or 4 songs they could have played that I think would have made their set stronger. But that is what it is. Performance-wise, I thought it was about even, honestly. Maybe Bone might have performed slightly better. One thing I noticed with 3-6 is, they have a lot of high energy songs, and a lot of those guys are older now. They can't be doing all that jumping around and, and all of that like that now. So, it's kind of hard, I guess, nowadays for them to have the same energy that they had. But I thought overall they did a good job, and I thought just the set list and track placement really benefited them overall as a whole in the whole verses. And like you said, the fight, everybody saw that and saw what that was about and what transpired with that. If I had to say a winner, I'd probably say 3-6 won, but I mean, like you said, that definitely wasn't my favorite verses. I think it had a lot of potential to be more than what it was, but it was cool for what it was, though.
Right. I will say this, man. Gangsta Boo sounded amazing.
Yes, she did.
She sounded really good. So she definitely was the standout act for me on the 3-6 side. I mean, I even heard some 3-6 fans kind of complaining about they felt like they left songs on the table. Like some of them didn't want Juicy to play the Katy Perry record, and they thought they left some songs on the table as well.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah. What were your thoughts about some of the guest appearances that came out?
I mean, I didn't see the entire verses. I did see Young Buck and Duke. I think his name is Duke Deuce.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with 3-6. I saw the young lady who did the Sluggish Rugged Bone hook for Bone.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple others, but
Yeah.
I mean, all
Eight ball, MJG.
MJG, thank you.
Yeah. Flip.
But those weren't surprises to me. You know,
Right.
I kind of expected. Well, maybe not the young lady who did the hook for Sluggish Rugged Bone, but
Right.
you know, I expected MJG and 8 Ball. I expected Young Buck,
Mm-hmm.
Wiz Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those weren't so huge surprises to me.
Right. Yeah, another thing too is DJ Paul and somebody from I think Crazy or one of them has like a project coming out. So I mean, even the fight part, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, this probably just to kind of get the internet moving or whatever. Because I remember when the Locks and Dipset had all the back and forth stuff, then they going out on tour together. So it's just entertainment. And I saw Swiss even in the comments saying that they used to do this on tour all the time. So just move along, in other words, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, how Swiss was with DMX and, DMX, he's a legend, but sometimes he might not want to be in the concert. He's late, blah, blah, blah. So it is what it is. I mean, it's like, it comes with the territory,
I mean, at the end of the day, people love controversy. So, if that made people tune in to watch it, then, I think that's a win for Versus. It's a win for
right.
Ball and for 3C.
Yeah, so. Facts. Yeah, because when the fight broke out, the views went through the roof.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, man. Next up, man, Rayquan, man, releases a memoir or has one coming out, man. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, called From Staircase to Stage, the story of Rayquan and the Wu-Tang Clan. Basically, like you said, a memoir, just basically talking about some of the things that he's been through in his life. And, we've talked quite a few times about Rayquan and other members of the Wu-Tang Clan on the pod. So once again, they're finding ways to continue to stay relevant. I think that's a wonderful thing. And I look forward to seeing, exactly how deep Rayquan gets into his life in the memoir and some of the stories about maybe Wu-Tang tour life and different things like that. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what all from Staircase to Stage entails.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing some little post about he had talked about getting shot and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely be a great read, and definitely those who respect and love Wu-Tang Clan should definitely check it out to learn more about Rayquan's journey and everything that he's been through. He's definitely one of our GOATs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Next up, man, we got Rick Ross releasing a new album. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, richer than I ever been. We've got features from Nipsey Hussle, Meek Mill, Tiana Taylor, Jasmine Sullivan, 21 Savage, and I think he originally announced that he wanted to drop this album in August, but for some reason it got pushed back, and I think the official date is December 10th. Today being December 5th, so that'll be within the week. So I'm sure by the next pod that'll be out, we'll have a chance to possibly listen to that and review it, and we'll have a little information for that for the next pod.
Yeah, I found it interesting. You said some of the guest appearances. So I assume everything is cool with him and I can't even think of his name. I just drew a blank. His artist, Meek. So everything's cool there because I know Meek was complaining about his record deal a couple weeks ago and all that. So I guess everything is squashed or whatever.
I mean, I have no idea, but I mean, I know, Wale is no longer with Maybach Music Group, but he still does music with Ross,
Right.
According to Wale, he still talks to Meek and Ross on a regular basis. So, the business is a business, and,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times there aren't, friends. So if you're lucky enough to actually pull someone who is a friend out of that, I think you should keep on to that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I will say this too, though. And again, I don't know, so I'm not coming at Ross saying that he did anything wrong or whatever. But for him to make the record about Birdman about not doing Wayne right, then obviously, hopefully, that's not the case where you're not doing Meek right or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that's not the case or whatever, but that's none of my business. I'm not that invested one way or another, but that's just a objective observation about it or whatever.
Well, and I mean, once again, like the music business is a business.
Mm-hmm.
And any situation like that, somebody's going to be making money off of somebody else.
Right.
And even that person, who may look like, the breadwinner for the company or the label's top artist, there's people making money off of them. So,
Right.
that's just how the game works.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. And then obviously when projects don't, do what they're supposed to do or whatever, there's a process of the label has to like recoup what they spent or whatever. We're going to talk about that when we get to album reviews. One of the artists kind of broke down some things about the game or whatever. Next up, we got Courteney releasing a documentary, man. Yeah, Courteney's been on fire, man. He's had a good year and a good setup for his upcoming project. What are your thoughts about the upcoming documentary?
Yeah, it's actually I think episode 1 or part 1 of it is out on YouTube right now. The documentary is called Road 2 from a Bird's Eye View, and obviously from a Bird's Eye View, it's the upcoming album. He's got a single out right now with Lil Wayne and Hit Boy on the beat called Sinister. We reviewed the other single for the album on the previous pod as well. So yeah, I think it's just a nice way to keep his fans and his people engaged, and to keep them, hungry as they wait for the album. And I'm not sure if we have a release date. I hadn't seen one yet,
Right.
but I know he said soon, so hopefully we'll get that before the year's out.
Yeah, facts, man, facts. And last but not least, man, we had honored Dolph on the previous episode, and we saw that the city of Memphis are going to name a street after him. And I saw a couple, posts about his funeral. So, what were your thoughts about the city honoring Dolph?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great thing. Obviously he meant a lot to the city, so them showing their love back, I think is it's I think it's very commendable, and it's a great thing. Obviously, the circumstances we wish could be different, but
Right.
things are what they are, and what has happened has happened. So, I think it's very commendable of the city though, and hopefully, something that his kids and his family can look at and be reminded, of what he meant to the city when they see that. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure probably sometime next year you'll see probably some unreleased music of his or whatever. We still seeing a lot of other artists, from Pop Smoke to numerous other ones, still got music that's dropping or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, album reviews. So yeah, man, this was a good week. I felt like we had some good ones. We'll start it off with French Montana. They Must Have Amnesia. So I'll start this one off. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool. It was my first time listening to a full album from Frenchie or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, he had some strong songs on there. I don't know too much about his story or whatever. So I know the opening intro with Diddy and they reference him having a heart attack. I don't know if he really did or I don't know. So but my standout songs were How Are You King? I thought it was a good record. The next one right after that was F With Me, Get a Bag. I thought that was an incredible record. Touch the Sky with Rick Ross and John Legend was a good one. Didn't Get Far with Fabulous was a good one. But my favorite song on the entire project, I thought this song was fire, man. It kind of gave me like a Houston swag or whatever. It was Mop Stick with Kodak Black. I like the beat, how simple it was, but they just really got busy on that one. And I thought French did a good job with Kodak on that particular track. But yeah, overall, it was a good project. I mean, it was long or whatever, but still, I thought he did a good job on it, and overall, it was definitely worth the listen.
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, my first full length French Montana album. Didn't really have any real expectations coming into this. So for me, the highlights or standouts would have been F With Me, Get a Bag, Touch the Sky featuring Rick Ross and John Legend. I thought was dope. Rick Ross's verse was excellent. Um, Stuck in the Jungle with Lil Durk and Pop Smoke. I enjoyed that one. Didn't Get Far featuring Fabulous. I like The Paper. And some of these beats, man, like production was incredible on this album. Uh, Business was good as well. Back Season featuring Lil TJ. Fraud. Losing Weight. I really enjoyed that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, losing weight was good.
Production. And F With Me, Get a Bag remix with Moneybagg Yo was cool as well. One thing, the I Don't Really Care song, did that sound like Big Sean's I Don't F With You song to you, or was that just me?
Yeah, he had a couple on there. Like even F With Me, Get a Bag. That was the whole Shakira and Wyclef. So he had a couple of them type of records on there where he kind of had like some even the could couldn't get far. That's kind of a Game had the thing with Kanye, right? So I think he had a couple of those on here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right, man.
overall
I'm sorry.
project.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, man. Next up, we got Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats Unlocked 1.5.
Okay. Overall, I thought the production was crazy. Very different, kind of experimental type beat, and I think this was a remix of the Unlocked tape. So maybe that's why the production was so different. Um, Crazy vocals, Denzel's energy and just his vocal projection is really great. His wordplay and his hooks are very creative. Uh, Standout tracks for me, So Incredible featuring Robert Glasper and Smino, Cosmic featuring Joey Badass, Take It Back, Charlie Heat version, Pyro featuring Kenny Mason, Layup, and Diet 1.5.
Yeah, Diet 1.5.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was a good project. We was listening to something previously. We listened to so much music, I don't even remember what it was, but I was
Kenny
listening
Mason.
okay, I was listening to Denzel Curry. I was like, man, this guy is fire, man. So standout tracks for me, So Incredible, Pyro featuring Kenny Mason, Layup, Diet 1.5, but I think my favorite song on the project was Take It Back. So but yeah, I like the project. I thought he did a good job. He's very confident. His rapping was good beat selection. He didn't make the mistake of making the project too long or whatever. It was like, it was just right. It was just right. It wasn't like too much. It wasn't lacking nothing. So he did like a good job with it. So, shout out to Denzel Curry.
Yeah, I don't know if they have, but just thinking about like the different vocal inflections that he has, kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that Tyler did on Call Me If You Get Lost. I would really love to see Denzel and Tyler do something if they have. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that would be fire. That'd be fire. All right, man. Next up, we got was it Kato the Friend?
Coda the Friend.
Kodo the Friend. All right, Tequila Sunrise. What were your thoughts on this one?
Coda the Friend, Tequila Sunrise, Static Selector on the beat. Static Selector is a dope producer as well. Most of his beats are sample based, so I'm a big fan of sample based beats. So I'm a big fan of Static Selector because of that. Overall, I thought the project had great storytelling, a great overall message. Coda comes across as a very honest and very just upfront artist. And when I say I liked his message overall, I mean the different things that he chose to rap about, I thought were not only interesting but refreshing. It's not something that everybody else is doing. So I really enjoyed just his perspective on some of the things that he chose to rap about.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems very I'm not exactly sure how old he is, but he seems very wise beyond his years from some of the things he's saying in his lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I really enjoyed Hate, The Cold, The Love, Live and Direct, Sunrise, and Wolves were all really good tracks to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Cold.
Yeah, we almost got the same picks on there. I say Wolves, The Cold, The Love, What You're Saying, Sunrise. My favorite, I think, was Sunset. But yeah, man, he's got a smooth flow. Like you said, Static is amazing with his beats. I've even heard, I like that Static track he did with Obi Trice, so he can even kind of switch it up sometimes and kind of do some other stuff. But yeah, Static is amazing, man. He's definitely someone, I'll love to work with one day. But Tequila Sunrise, man, it's a good project, and everybody should everybody should definitely check it out.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, man. Next up, bro, Maxo Cream. Oh my goodness, man. What's the name of this album again?
Weight of the World.
Weight of the World, bro. It's up there, man. It's up there. It's how I like Dom Kennedy's album a lot. I like IDK's album a lot. This album here, it's good, man. It's really, really good. I had never even heard of Maxo Cream. Started listening to it. I was like, the first record was all right. And then once I got to 11:59, I was like, okay, this dude here is, he got something. So fire album, man. I liked it from top to bottom. Standout tracks for me, 11:59. They Say, Don't Play with Shorty Ass, Local Joker. That was amazing. That was fire. FR, Worthless, Trips. And then my favorite record though, man, I thought that Don Toliver record, Believe, was crazy. Like that could be like a single or something. He should definitely try to push that one like on the radio or shoot a visual or whatever. That could really probably get him some more shine or whatever, especially as hot as Don is. So yeah, man, it's a great project. Yeah, once me and you kind of go through our top 20 albums of the year, this may crack my top 20, man. It was an amazing album.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, yeah, I like the album. Like you said, top to bottom, I thought it was really well done, well produced. Uh, Great song structure and catchy hooks. So not a lot to dislike about this album. Highlights for me: Christian, 1159, They Say, Big Persona featuring Tyler, CC featuring Mona Leo. I'm not sure who Mona Leo is, but she snapped on CC. Local Joker, like you said, was fire.
Fire.
What It Looked Like featuring Freddie Gibbs was great. For real, Green or Not, Worthless, and Trip. So yeah, I really enjoyed the majority of this project. I thought it was one of the stronger projects that I've heard from top to bottom of the year, especially in that specific genre of rap. So yeah, dope.
Yeah, for sure. Last but not least, man, John Connor, bro. Was it? Is it called Delirium?
Yes, Delirium.
Yeah, I finally got a title right. Yeah, it was fire, man. I mean, I already know John Connor is amazing. Like I said, I've been listening to him for a long time. Obviously, being a subscriber to Eminem, Shade 45. That's where I got to hear a lot of guys or whatever, like John Connor and Joey Badass and different artists and stuff like that. Listening to Sway, Static, just Rude Jew, just the whole rundown. They play a lot of these type of artists, but John Connor is amazing. I like the storytelling. He did a great job. Think he had I think What It Feels Like, that may be the record he talked about, like him with Dr. Dre and stuff. But yeah, he's amazing, man. Like he was spitting like from top to bottom. He kind of retouched a lot of the popular songs of the year and just spazzed on most of them. He killed it, man. So my standout tracks would be Family Ties, Industry Baby, Pardon, Gain Signs, Thought Shit, What's Poppin', Successful, and probably my favorite record is What It Feels Like. Even though that's a more slower groove than some of the other ones, but just the storytelling, his wordplay is amazing. It almost kind of put me in like a Kendrick type of feel, whatever, just the way he was spazzing on those tracks or whatever. But and also you can tell too, because he referenced them being 36 or whatever. You can tell listening to this project that this is a guy who's had like life experiences, who's maturing, and kind of just talked about like women being more respectful of themselves. He talked about friendship. He talked about loyalty. He talked about being betrayed by friends he looked out for. He talked about I can't think of the record. I didn't write it down, but it was one he talked about like a record deal and what you're entitled to as the artist, and what the producer is entitled to, and be careful who you get to feature because they entitled to a cut. I mean, he was just spazzing, man. The whole project from top to bottom was amazing, and it just kind of made me angry too, man. It's like, dang, man, this guy should have like really been, be a lot bigger than he is. He should be like up there with the Waynes and the Kendricks and stuff, maybe like catalog wise, he would have to work, but ability wise, like he can spit with the best of them, I think.
Well, I mean, I think that goes to a point that I was talking about with Coda, and I think for John Connor, it's his overall message. I mean, and a lot of the things like you were talking about, women being respectful of themselves and different things like that, and him like coming from the perspective of a mature artist, those aren't new things. Like John Connor was talking about that stuff 10 years ago. And but none of that ever negated his ability to rap and to do it at an excellent level. But I think that was probably a lot of the issue that he probably had while he was on the label, was people trying to dictate what kind of songs he should make and what his subject matter should be in the songs. I'm not 100% sure. That's just speculation. But I know the type of stuff that he talks about in a lot of his songs, the type of stuff that Coda talks about in a lot of his songs. It's not, even J. Cole, on some level, it's not, looked at as popular. So,
Right.
but anyway, to get to the review, Delirium, bars on top of bars, wordplay on top of wordplay, cadences and flows on top of flows. I love how he crafted some of the tracks around the song title or the general idea of what the song was about in the first place. That was dope to me. Highlights for me: Gang Signs, What It Feels Like, Seeing Green, Family Ties, Spot Shit, What's Poppin', My Life, I believe, is the track where he broke down the record label thing and how things work with your publishing and all of that different stuff. Up, and Sorry Not Sorry. I think that was the one where he talked about some of his relationships with past friends and stuff like that. But yeah, like you said, he comes from a very mature perspective, but he is a incredible writer, an incredible rapper, and I'm glad we got a chance to review this. Shout out to John Connor.
Yeah, shout out to John Connor, man. It was amazing, and yeah, man. He's definitely not playing, man. So I want to hear some more from him, and I hope 2022, man, kind of does some great stuff for him. And I hope Dre heard the stuff he said, man. It'd be great to see him and Dre probably link back up, man. I mean, I don't know what it is sometimes. I know Dre is he's my favorite producer, but I don't know what it is sometimes. Like certain times, sometimes certain artists, I don't know, for some reason, like the projects just don't kind of work or they don't come out, or I don't know. I don't know if the process is just too, kind of, I know, I understand he's a perfectionist and he's slow or whatever. But with music these days, man, like the process is not as slow as it used to be. And somebody like John Connor, man, he definitely should have like, some heat and some push, man. So I hope him and Drake can kind of, figure that out.
Well, I know he's no longer with Aftermath, and
Right.
it's on the previous pod. He's doing his thing independently,
Right.
and he's his own label. So I think that's probably what he's focusing on right now. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw a promotional video from him a couple weeks ago, where he was talking about everything that he had planned for this year. So or next year, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So I suspect that we will see a lot more from John Connor in 2022 and in the years to come after that.
Right. He's from Flint, Michigan, right? Because he kind of referenced that a lot throughout the project. So yeah, I mean, Michigan, I know we always talk about Detroit, but look at Flint, man. They got some heat out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. We got new music of the week, man. We got Cordae and Lil Wayne with Sinister. I thought it was dope, man. I thought the Hit Boy again, he killed it. I like how Cordae referenced on the hook, get 10 beats from Hit Boy. They kind of had like the whole Black Panther party and the music video that they played out. Wayne killed it. Cordae is amazing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to his album, man. I think it's going to be great. It's already December, 5th or whatever, so I assume we probably get that sometime in the first quarter of 2022.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure exactly what the date is. Maybe we'll have a little more information about that in about the next pod. But he said soon, and that was a couple months ago. So I'm expecting, hopefully in the next couple weeks, or like you said, early first quarter of 2022.
Yeah. Next up, man, we got Grip with Spatula. What were your thoughts on that one?
Fire, man. Grip doing what he does. Crazy flows, wordplay is out of this world, bars, and Grip has such a unique way of saying things. Like he has a big vocabulary, but he doesn't say things in a way that comes across as nerdy or anything like that. You know, some people will shy away from a specific artist or whatnot because maybe they may sound too nerdy or something, you know.
Mm,
But I think he does a good job of using his vocabulary and his wordplay, and
mm.
they work well together and along with his cadence and his flow. So yeah, fire from Grip.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I love listening to him, and man, I was reading. It's like 4 in the morning, so I probably don't remember everything I was reading, but West Side Boogie had an interview, and he kind of talked about his upcoming album, and so you probably see some work between Boogie and Grip real soon, I think.
Yeah, that would be dope. I look forward to that if we do get that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Next up, man, we got Tiara Wax. She's back outside, man. So I got a chance to check out the music video for Stand Up. You know, she's interesting, man. She's kind of got that whole kind of like Missy Elliott, Ludacris, Busta Rhymes type of videos or whatever. Even like Santa Gold type-ish videos, but it's real interesting. And she did her thing on it. The track was a little different or whatever, but it fit her. She made it work, and I'm looking forward to her next project.
Yeah, she released a couple of other songs as well. One called Megan Good. The other one, I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But yeah, I enjoyed all three of the tracks that I heard. Stand Up was dope as well. And I mean, Tiara Wax, I love her because she dares to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about her. You know, so many people want to follow trends, jump on waves, and all of these different things, and she dares to be different.
Right.
And I love her. So shout out to Tiara Wax.
Yeah, and that's gonna stand the test of time is because this, I think Versus is teaching us that some music is not gonna age well. So it's best to be the best version of you. Like right now, that's hot and that's this wave is what it is. But in 15 years or something, when music kind of goes through, well, it's going to change before then. But maybe in 15 years, when some of these young guys, when they're the old heads and they're doing a versus or something like that, how's the music going to age or whatever? So it's best just to be the best version of you. So, shout out to Tiara for definitely doing that. And, she's dope at it.
For sure.
Yeah. Next up, man, we got, is it Kaz or Coles or whatever? Kaz, okay. Featuring YG. What's that?
Yeah, featuring YG, Control Problems.
Control Problems. Yeah, what were your thoughts on this one?
Kaz, he signed to Dreamville. We spoke on him a few times before. We spoke on him, I think the last time was when we reviewed Luke's album, because I think he was on Luke's album. And great song. I really enjoyed his verse. I can see improvement in him and growth in him as an MC. He did some different things as far as flows on that song that I have yet to hear from him up until this point. So that was dope. YG did his thing. I don't think it was anything out of the normal spectrum of what you kind of expect from YG, but it was cool. And yeah, just a dope track. It was good to see Kaz still working. I look forward to hearing a new project from him coming up sometime soon. And shout out to him, the whole Dreamville team. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has an EP coming out. But yeah, it was a good song. I look forward to checking it out. Checking out his upcoming EP. But yeah, it was good. And YG got busy, and it's a good track. So I definitely enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Joyner Lucas featuring Lil Durk with Rambo. Now I want to say this: I made a song called Rambo, like my song was called John Rambo, like a long time ago. So I want nobody thinking I bit from them. But yeah, it was dope, man. It was cool. I mean, Joyner's been releasing a lot of material lately. A lot of singles or whatever. I haven't heard or seen any updates on on like a album date or nothing like that, but he's definitely been dropping a lot of visuals, a lot of singles, almost every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. We got something new from Joyner coming out, so it's good to see him active, and he's collaborating with different artists and getting busy. So yeah, overall the track was cool. And I have nothing else to add to it.
Yeah, I thought it was dope too. Joyner is really good at collaborating with people. We've seen he did a track with Cole recently. Obviously, this one with Lil Durk, and I wouldn't really typically expect Joyner Lucas and Lil Durk to be able to do a song together that would sound as good as that song did, and it was really. And so I think it's just showing both of their versatility as artists and showing that Joyner can work with just about anybody from Will Smith to Logic to Tech Nine, like you name it. So,
Yeah, right. Yeah, oh man, that Tech Nine record was crazy. But yeah, man. Last but not least, we got Paige Kennedy with the posse cut called the Grand Finale. The beat was crazy. Featuring The Game, Ransom, 3D, was it Nutty, Graph?
3D.
Was it Graph, My Son, King Crooked, and Royce the 5'9"? What were your thoughts on this one?
You know, we've been talking about posse cuts. I think the last two pods we had posse cuts on both of those.
Mhm.
Those two from RJ Payne specifically. So
Right.
Paige Kennedy, now with this one, puts his name in the hat for possibly the posse cut of the year.
Mhm.
Just like, but
Yeah.
so I thought that was dope. Grand finale, The Game, like you said, Locksmith, Royce the 5'9", Crooked Eye, 3D Nati, Ransom, Graph, My Son, just a assortment of great MCs, all with different styles and who bring a little something different to the game. For me, I thought the standout verses, and not that anybody's verse was trash or anything like that, or that anybody didn't perform up to, a quality level. But the standout verses for me were Ransom and 3D Nati. I thought both of their verses were just bananas. Yeah, so, and I enjoyed my son's verse as well. But yeah, just as far as the standouts, 3D Nati and Ransom, to me, their verses were incredible.
Yeah. I like Paige's verse. Thought Game got busy. Even though Game didn't have like a long verse, but he still made like a strong impact. King Crooked got busy, as he always does. But yeah, Ransom spazzed. It was crazy. Yeah, everybody brought it, man. I mean, I hope Royce was gonna rap, but he just kind of I guess kind of narrated the track or whatever. But it was dope, man. If I'm not mistaken, is that a DOC sample or whatever? The
I'm
beat.
not sure. I don't wanna say it was and it not be, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say I'm not
Right. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a DLC sample. But I know I saw like a live with Paige and Royce that went forever. Anytime them guys get on there, man, they're gonna have like a 3 hour, 3 hour Instagram live or whatever. But he wanted Eminem on this track or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was a great track, man. And Paige does this, and he's got like a mixtape that's either out right now or he was working on. I think the theme of most of his mixtapes that come out around like Halloween, but for some reason like it didn't this year. And Royce told him like, hey, if you ain't rapping about clowns and Halloween, does it have to come out then or whatever? Just take your time with it or whatever. So now we get the song. But yeah, it was a good song, man, and I look forward to checking out the track or whatever. And Paige says anytime he does the posse cuts, he always wants to like start off the song or whatever. So yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Before we go to our artist spotlight, we want to give a shout out and say happy birthday to Jay-Z. You know, Jay-Z just turned 52. He's doing incredible business ventures and just everything as a businessman, a CEO, husband, father. He's definitely elevated just in every facet of life. Just got inducted recently into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We were fortunate to get a verse from him this year. He did the soundtrack and did a song with Conway and Jadakiss recently. Maybe in 2022 we might get, I don't know, maybe he may feel the need to, or the pull to drop another album or do some verses or something. I'll definitely look forward to it. But shout out to Jay-Z and happy birthday.
Yeah, shout out to Jay, happy birthday. We got a couple birthdays from Jay this year. He was on Drake's album. He was
That's
on
right. That's right.
Sorry Not Sorry track with Nas. He was
Right.
on Back on the DMX album.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got a couple verses from Jay this year, and I'm sure more than that. As you mentioned, the King Kong rhythm from the Harder They Fall soundtrack. So and I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than that. And like you said, he was recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Jay is getting his flowers, and it's cool that happened, not too long, or there wasn't a huge distance between that and his birthday. I think that's kind of dope. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's something that he will remember, around his birthday every year, from here on out. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's millionaire problem, billionaire problem, almost. Who knows what he goes through. But happy birthday to Jay though.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jay-Z, man. All right, man. We got artist spotlight, man. We want to honor this queen. She's phenomenal MC. I mean, when I think about great female MCs, originally I got to go to MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Roxanne Shante,
Bahamadia.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill. We can go down, Foxy Brown, Kim, and then everybody starts talking about, Nicki and all these, Megan and, and Cardi B. But that's a lot of other great, amazing female MCs. And I'll name three. I think Shauna from DTP is amazing. I think Rod Digga is amazing. And Jean Grae, man. Jean Grae is like just incredible lyricist, a great artist. I got introduced to her listening to a Talib Kweli album. And when I heard her, I was like, man, who is this? Like she is amazing. And so, yeah, Mike's going to tell us about Jean Grae.
Yeah, Jean Grae. That was quite an intro. I really wanted to touch on some more female artists that deserve a shot, but I'll save that for after the spotlight. Maybe we could do that in our closing discussions or whatnot. But Jean Grae, born in Cape Town, South Africa, daughter of two South African jazz musicians. She's raised in New York City, where her parents moved after she was born. She studied vocal performance at LaGuardia High School before studying a major in music business at New York University. And in 1995, she was discovered by George Martinez. He recruited her for a 5-song demo with his group Ground Zero. The demo earned unsigned hype honors from The Source in March of 1996. She later joined the hip hop group called Natural Resource, along with the rapper Ocean and DJ James Aggie Barrett in 1996. They released 2 12-inch singles on the label Making Records. She appeared on singles by Pumpkinhead and Bad Seed, as well as on the OBS double-inch single, and OBS stood for Original Blunted Soldiers. and she produced most of the material released under the pseudonym Run Run Shaw. In 1998, Natural Resource dissolved. She changed her name from What to Jean Grey, which of course is a reference to the X-Men character Jean Grey. Her first LP, Attacking of the Attacking Thing, was released August 6th of 2002, and she released This Week on September 21st of 2004. She throughout her career has collaborated with some of everyone, especially people who are deemed as being very lyrical and very technical writers or lyricists in hip hop. Artists such as Atmosphere, The Roots, Mr. Lynn, Pharaoh Monch, and The Herbalizer, just to name a few. We'll get deeper into that a little later though. She recorded an album with Ninth Wonder, another one of my favorite producers, entitled Genius. And before it was finished, it was leaked online and the work stopped. And she announced at a release party for Ninth Wonder's Dream Merchant Volume 2 album that Genius was still going to be released. It was released on Zoom Live Marketplace on June 24th, 2008. And then later on disc, July 8th of 2008. She signed a deal with Talib Kweli's Blacksmith Records in 2005. In April of 2008, Jean posted on her MySpace page saying goodbye to her fans, saying that she was disenchanted with the music industry and desired to start a family, but said that she was working on new material. In July of 2008, Talib Kweli posted a blog entry explaining Jean's album and mentioning that she was not retiring. He encouraged fans to purchase her album and referred to Jean as one of the last true MCs left. So Jean returned to doing live performances later that year. As I mentioned earlier, Genius came out July of 2008, so that was right around the same time when Talib made the post and credited Jean for her great lyricism. September of 2008, Jean posted on Craigslist an ad offering her creative services for $800 for 16 bars. On her blog, she stated, "I don't want to complain anymore. I just want to change some things about the way artists are treated and the way you guys are allowed to be involved, since it is the digital age." Since then, she's been releasing music, self-releasing music through her website and through Bandcamp. So in 2011, June of 2011, Jean released a free mixtape entitled Cookies and Commas. Had features from Styles P, Talib Kweli, and Pharaoh Monch. It included Assassins from the Pharaoh Monch album War and Uh-Oh from the Talib Kweli album Gutter Rainbow. This was followed by a 10-track project called Dust Ruffle on January 2nd, 2013. And she would go on to release more projects shortly after that. The Dust Ruffle project was mainly featuring songs that were unreleased between the time of 2004 to 2010. In October-November-ish of 2013, she released EPs titled Gotham Down Cycle, Gotham Down Cycle 1, Love in Infinity, Lo-Fi, Gotham Down Cycle 2, Leviathan, and Gotham Down Cycle 3, The Artemis Epic. In December 2013, she combined them into Gotham Down Deluxe. And after this, she started branching out into some other things. She released an audiobook called The State of in January of 2014. She also got into writing, directing, and starring in an online sitcom called Life of Jeannie. In 2013, she had a supporting role in the indie film Big Word. And in 2015, she appeared in the And the Crime Ring episode of the CBS sitcom Two Broke Girls. October 2nd of 2016, one second. Okay, so October 2nd of 2016, she hosted The Golden Probe, which I assume is a parody of the Golden Globe. Not really sure exactly what all that entails. September 9th, 2018, Jean and Quelle Chris, who she is married to, released their 15-track joint album, Everything Fine, and it was rated very highly by Rolling Stone as one of the best hip-hop albums of 2018. So her rapping style is said to rely on complex interplay of shifting rhythms and slanted rhymes. And analysis by Matt Daniels for The Pudding indicated that she uses a higher than average range of vocabulary in her lyrics. As I mentioned earlier, she's collabed with Immortal Technique, Atmosphere, The Herbalizer, Talib Kweli, Quelle Chris, Master Ace, Wale, The Roots, Pharaoh Monch, Rhapsody, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Joel Ortiz, J Electronica, Mos Def, Brother Ali, Fonte, and Lil B. And lastly but not least, her rapping style was described by Robert Christgau as remarkable for its rapidity, clarity, and idiomatic cadence. The writing has a good-humored polysyllabic literacy. So,
yeah,
in layman's terms, she's a very, very gifted and skilled writer.
For sure.
So, it's not a whole lot of information out there on Jean. Jean is kind of low-key like that, and I like that about her as well. But just some of the things that she did that I really appreciate. The bootleg of a bootleg, I think, was possibly my first introduction to Jean, and I really enjoyed that whole project. And it just showed just her versatility, her ability as a lyricist, her wordplay, her cadence, all the different things that make her great. So shout out to Jean. I'm not gonna keep going, but yeah, shout out to Jean. She's definitely a legend in her own right. Definitely a true MC, as she was described by Talib Kweli, and she definitely deserved her flowers. So shout out to Jean Grace.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just like everything about her, man. I think she's a queen. I like her just how she carries herself and just but I think she's incredible artist, man. And so I'm glad we chose her this week, man. More people need to learn about her and recognize, your legends and your greats may not always necessarily be on radio every 5 minutes or whatever, but she's incredible, man. So as we were getting ready to close out, I know you wanted to kind of hit on some other female MCs you thought deserved some shine.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Love Thirst by Jean Grae is an incredible song. That's a great place to start if you are interested in learning about Jean and her music. I think that's a great place to start. Love Thirst by Jean Grae. But yeah, you were just naming some female MCs earlier that are great MCs. I think you named Latifah, MC Light, Rod Digger is another one who's great and doesn't get a whole lot of press. Cyrock is one of my favorites. SA-ROC, check her out. She's on tracks with people like Cambada and Loaded Up. So that should show you her lyrical ability if you know who those two people are.
Right.
So just incredible. I like Dreezy a lot. I think she is a good singer. I think she's even better rapper, and I think she blends those two styles well together. Little Sims, we talked about her.
That's right.
Obviously Tiara Wax, even Chica from Montgomery, Alabama. Just so many talented
Remy.
female out there. Remy, yeah. I mean, Lady of Rage. So many, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that when we do have these conversations, that we make sure that we, you know, acknowledge some of the women who don't get the props that they deserve, you know.
Facts.
And like I'm acknowledged Shauna and some other ones, you know.
Right.
But yeah, we at the Sleeping Giants podcast, we like to give people their flowers, and we like to acknowledge people when they're doing great things. So shout out to all of the ladies that we acknowledged, and if we didn't, if there's somebody we forgot, feel free to mention them in the comments.
Right.
Maybe they could be a artist spotlight in another episode coming up later.
Yeah, facts. Oh, also Roxanne Shante, man, like she you know, especially back in her prime, man, she went at everybody. So she just is a queen and a legend, and she's, you know, still doing some great stuff with you know, LL Cool J's Sirius channel, Rock the Bells. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason I've been thinking about Biz Marquee a lot lately, man, and just you know, his impact on the game, man. He's just missed a lot, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Biz.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I just thought about Il Camille, Rhapsody, just so like Missy Elliott, if we didn't mention her.
Oh man, yeah.
So like,
and she's like in a just stratosphere, man, because like even beyond just rapping, it's like she's a producer, songwriter. She's written for everybody. So yeah, you know, bro. I'm glad you said Missy. I've been seeing a lot of pictures on Instagram lately. I think Timbaland and Missy might be cooking up something. They've been kind of hinting at that or whatever.
That would be dope. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, if you go to Timbaland's Instagram page, you'll see a lot of pictures of him and Missy, and one of her recently, and then like an old school picture of those two. So they may be cooking up something for 2022, man, to like go crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, give everybody your social media information, man, how they can reach you.
So it's M1C_CH3CK. Mike Check. The I is a 1, the E is a 3 _ in the middle. That's simple. Shout out to Flo Millie too.
Yeah, Flo Millie, that's right. That's right. And you can go to Facebook and look for Terrance Hill on Facebook. Again, that's Terrance Hill on Facebook. Also, the podcast. Not only are we on YouTube, but you can also look for us on Facebook as well. Just in your search bar on Facebook, type in the Sleeping Giants podcast, and be sure to like the page, share it. We'll be putting a lot of content up for people to have their comments and opinions about stuff. So look out for some exciting content from the Sleeping Giants Facebook page. Also, you can go to my Instagram, which is Terrance Hill the Great. That's one word, Terrance Hill the Great. And last but not least, on YouTube, Terrance Hill Music, and that's all just one word. Again, Terrance Hill Music on YouTube. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this week of Terrance and Mike, the Sleeping Giants podcast, presented to you by Double ETV. We'll see you on next week. Take care.
Hey, one more thing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lady K from Montgomery, Alabama. She just got the new video, super dope. Lady K featuring Kezia Isotona. So y'all go check that out. Shout out to Lady K. Maybe we can talk about some of her music on a future pod as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, if she wants to come on the platform and promote it too, man, I'm down with that also.
For sure.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Take care.